122 days have passed since the Black Ferns were crowned world champions for a record-breaking 6th time. And today they play their first match on home soil since the grand final. The Wallaroos travel to Hamilton for the first time in their history and are striving for another first with a win over the Black Ferns. No mai haere mai, welcome into FMG Stadium for the second test in the 2-match series for the Laurie O'Reilly Cup. I'm Taylor Johnson, and joining me in co-commentary is Black Fern number 176, Hani Hiramismaila. Tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe, Taylor, tēnā koutou katoa e te iwi, and let's take a look at the Black Ferns team. It's a beefed up front row with Murray, Pontonby and Rule up front. Young gun Roos teams up with the long-awaited return of Charmaine Smith in the locking pair, with plenty of physical presence from Bremner and co-captain Simon on the flanks, and the dynamic Mikaeli Tu'u at number 8. To the backs, Marina Tohunu and co-captain Demand will guide the team around, with Brunt and Duplessis, two powerhouse midfielders. Plenty of pace and flair from Baha Kolo and Paul on the wings, and the talented Maliepo in the back. Keep an eye out for Veliko and Sa'i, with Martha Matiele, who is set to make their debut today. A special moment for those players and their whānau.
Absolutely, being rewarded for their fine form in the Whara Palmer Cup. And while this Australian team, they went down 50-0 in the first test in the Laurie O'Reilly series. So Jay Trigoni has made 5 changes to the run-on side for the last test against Canada. No Grace Hamilton has forced a reshuffle in the loose forwards, with Leni dropping into the blind side from lock to cover Masters, who shifts into number 8 to anchor the pack. And Naikama is elevated from the bench to start alongside her captain and locking partner in Leonard. To the back, Strigoni has elected to use Dallinger over McKenzie at 10, and Paul Mare returns in the 12 jersey as the most experienced player in the park in this test. And a debut beckons for the promising Waratahs loose forward Leilani Nathan. Well, let's head down sideline for the weather conditions with Black Fern Christina Sue.
Tēnā koroa kei ngā kaima takitaki o te tā, tēnei te mihi nui ki a koutou katoa. Well, it's been raining here all day in Kirikiriroa, and you wouldn't really know it as it started to clear. There's quite a strong westerly, which will no doubt play a part in today's tactics. Underfoot, the pitch has been a bit cut up from the men's curtain raiser game before, but I can tell you that the Black Ferns have won the toss, and Wallaroos will be kicking off playing left to right, as you see it on your screen.
Thank you so much, Christina. Well, the Wallaroos have never beaten the Black Ferns in 24 attempts, but it's been well documented. The player voice asking for more resourcing and binding together, and that really can be the making of a team. You can see there they lost to Canada 45-7, a really good win over the USA, but there's that big loss to the Black Ferns earlier. And they would have absolutely loved to get some vengeance here today, this Australian team. But the Wallaroos, well, they will look to call on the experience of someone like Ashley Masters to bring her physical prowess to this match. She made her debut in 2014 against the Black Ferns at Rotorua and has fought many battles against her Trans-Tasman rivals. Her and Paul Mare are playing in their 24th test and are the most experienced campaigners on the park. She picked up 6 turnovers in the Pacific 4 series earlier this year, which is the most out of anyone in all 4 teams, so keep an eye out on her come ruck time. And well, for the Black Ferns, first time they are playing at home since winning the Rugby World Cup. You can see the crowd eager to see their team. They have won the last 15 games, the Black Ferns. Great to see a good crowd here in Kirikiriroa, Hamilton. But it's an emotional afternoon for 32-year-old policewoman Charmaine Smith after a 4-year absence from the black jersey, forced to abruptly retire on medical grounds due to a neck injury. Decided to make the move home to Northland, started a family, and then all of a sudden her neck had all cleared up, self-corrected. As we sit back and await in anticipation with the rest of FMG Stadium.
Go
The challenge has been set by the Black Ferns, and the Wallaroos marching forward during the Haka. And honey, it's such a special moment to be able to do the Haka in front of your family and friends, but also against the opposition.
And hugely emotional for the three debutants in Chris Valiko, Leila Sa'i and Martha Mataele. You can see the emotion, you can see the energy and the effort that they put into the Haka. It means so much to them. They lay down that challenge, and then when kickoff comes, it's time to get the job done.
The referee today, Kat Roche from the USA, assisted by Natasha Ganley and Jess Ling, and the TMO is Aaron Patterson.
Thanks.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, the first test in the Laurie O'Reilly Cup was 50-0 to the Black Ferns over in Australia, but as both coaches alluded to, a different side here this afternoon in Hamilton. They'll be looking to make amends, and as we always say, looking to get their first win over the Black Ferns. A tough outfit, reigning world champions. Kara Stullinger gets us underway. Draw forth just in front of that 22-metre line, and Brunt with a first carry and a physical tackle coming in from Talakai. Wanting to set the scene early and bring that physical dominance. Lovely, strong first up run for Duplessis. Immediately, they try to get the ball into the back line and unlock Maliepo, who has Kennedy Simon running off her shoulder. They recycle, ball hits the ground. Bit of miscommunication, but Ruse is there. Marino Tohinu continues to go right. Demant puts up the kick. Looking for a 50-22. This might bounce favourably for her. In fact, it's just going to go a couple centimetres too far.
It's a strong start from the Black Ferns. You can see their intent to really move the ball, to get players running to space, and just the position of the kicking game of Ruahei Demant. It's going to be vital leading into this game.
Yep. Yep. It is slippery, so stability, yeah, we're holding our weight.
First scrum of the game between these two teams. Front rows and Cheetham, Talakai and Kapani going up against Murray, who is just with her second start in her career for the Black Ferns, and Thompson being ruled outside her, the Matatu and Canterbury stalwarts.
Crouch! Let's go! Bind! Set!
Morgan feeds a scrum. Australia hold up steady. Bit of a bobble from Dallinger. Running in between two defenders, trying to commit them. Competing at the breakdown are the Black Ferns, and changing her mind there was Masters. Trying to get a pick off the back of that ruck and get some good go for it. And Kapani. Continuing to that left side, this time it's Cheetham. Again, persisting down the left edge. Strong carry from Talakai. Runs over the top of Rule. Don't often see that. Again, these front rowers working hard in the opening stages. Another carry from Cheetham. This time they put boot to ball. Not really chasing that, and it's in the hands of Caitlin Whakoro. Gives it to Maliepo. So dangerous on her feet. Jumps out of the first tackle. Still going Maliepo. First appearance since 2021. Had many injury struggles. Good to see her on the park, and another good tackle coming in from Naigama. Smith, her first touch, stopped in her tracks. This Australian defence has been much better in this game than we saw in the first, but this time, Bright just getting rid of Morgan. Murray on the angled carry, but the defence is up to the task at the moment for the Wallaroos, but the Black Ferns certainly asking plenty of questions early as the man takes it to the line, ball in two hands. Kennedy Simon with the show and go. Clipped down around the ankles, Kennedy Simon, but they're inside the 22 now are the Black Ferns. Quick hands from Rhoda Smith. Got options left and right. They'll go to the right-hand side, skip pass from Demant. Trying to get it into the hands of Paul. It's gone backwards from the referee. So ball is still available inside that 22. The Black Fern attack will just keep storming. And a miscommunication there, but it's still going to hang up here for Amy Duplessis. Hold the phone while she toe-hacked it a little bit too far forward.
Yeah.
But it all just kind of fell away.
Well, some great early signs there from the Black Ferns. They're willing to shift the ball early. You can see the running lines. They're running at weak shoulders, trying to get on the inside of the seams of the Wallaroos defence. Just a little too hard of a nudge there for Amy Duplessis. Otherwise, she had a clear run for that line.
Well, this has been an exciting opening 4 minutes, hasn't it? Both sides wanting to play with the ball, throwing it around, showing some good touches and patience. So a little bit of an injury here, might be a bit of a stinger to the shoulder on Talakai. Should be a huge loss if she was to go off, but as you see there, physio giving her some treatment. Hopefully she's back to her feet. That's always good signs. But what an opening start from both sides. It's been entertaining this first 4 minutes.
It's a bit slower there, Jess, on your comms. Slower, thank you. We'll just wait till water's off.
Where's mentioned in the build-up, Dallinger made all her rugby here.
Time back on!
Manawatu Cyclones, like Chelsea Semple said, often one of the best players on the park. Took her talents to Australia. We're hoping to try and get the first win for the Wallaroos over the Black Ferns. But it's the woman in black hot on attack. Crystal Murray does well to reach down, grab the pass, but they've stripped the ball backwards. It's knocked on from Crystal Murray. So Australia been tested early on defence, honey, but they're sticking to it.
Well, Crystal Murray is probably one of the most skillful props going around at the moment, but unfortunately this time round just pushes that pass. Probably just needed to go to ground, build a bit more continuity. They've done well in terms of building pressure in previous phases. And now we get to see the first scrum for this test match.
It's good defence there from Leonard as well, the captain. They would have obviously done some homework on the Black Ferns and know that they're playing that offload game. So they will look to have one go along around the legs and the other wrapping the ball.
Set!
Again, that Australian scrum holds nice and strong, and it allows the backs to set up a move, and a big hit coming in from Kennedy Simon on her home patch here.
Yes.
And the Chiefs Manawa. Leany. And Leonard working hard. They look to find some territory, the Wallaroos. And it's almost collected by their winger, but knocked on into touch, as you heard from the referee. Putting up the contestables, honey.
Scrummer, line out. Line out.
Yeah, look, it's a good option here. Look at this big hit coming in once again from Kennedy Simon. Such a ruthless player. Really leads her team by example. We've seen the first scrum, which was successful for the Wallaroos. And now the Black Ferns, they get a shot at trying out their lineup.
Ponsonby finds her target in Smith. They pass it off the top. Here goes to Matt, gets the pass out to Michaela Tu'u. Little tip on to Duplessis. They're going to come back to the left-hand side this time. Always running with lots of time and space, this Black Fern team, standing with such depth. Challenging though, the Wallaroos at ruck time. Roos is forced to come in and help. Again, stopped in her tracks. Marino Tohinu. Little fake step and run from Crystal Murray, gets the pass to Maliepo, who's had some nice touches since returning to the black jersey. Numbers galore though out on the right-hand side. Bryant just keeps the ball in two hands, using her footwork. Glance off Morgan. Loses the ball forward though, just shows how dangerous she can be when you give her too much space. And in that instance there, honey, it was a 4-on-1 overlap.
Yeah. Mature beyond her years, isn't she? Such a well-rounded athlete, huge skills. Look at the power in that. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a knock-on there. But look, you got to give credit to the Australian defence.
Yeah, we're good.
They're throwing everything at the Black Ferns, who have had the bulk of the possession for this opening 8 minutes.
Agree with you there, Hans, in terms of the defence. They've been relentless, this Australian side. First 4 people closest to the breakdown are pushing up, but there's certainly some space in those 15s channels if the Black Ferns can find it.
This time off the back of the scrum is Masters, but she's now lost the ball forward. So we have another scrum, but this time it is a very, very good position to attack from Honey on the 22-metre line, bang smack in the middle of the field.
Yeah, midfield scrum for the Black Ferns off that era. And there's been a couple of early errors coming in from both teams, and they're just showing the physicality. Unfortunately, Masters there. The ball's probably stripped a little bit from Kennedy Simon, but look, this is great attacking position for the Black Ferns. You can see them, they're split out wide with Ruahei Demand sitting in behind the scrum, so she'll have the luxury of picking to go out on right with the likes of Brunt and Aimee Duplessis, both powerhouses in the midfield.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Big push coming in from Australia. Michaela Tuhu goes to the right. Demand with the pass. Gets on the outside. Upo Mare does. Maliepo going in and out, and then just straight forward over the top of Masters was poor. Ball is available. They continue to go to the left. Amy Rules. Marino Tohinu to Demand. Passing it deep, fast and strong pass from Brunt to Duplessis, fires it over the top, can't quite connect with Vahakoro, does brilliantly though to keep the ball in play, so Simon holds on to the ball, still inside the 22. Smith. And this time a pick and go from the ruck, and then the offload to Kennedy Simon. Crystal Murray heads up Rugby. Now they go to the strong frame of Michaela Tu'u. The Australian defence trying to roll around. They're going to try and go up the guts though, the Black Ferns. Australia stuck inside that ruck. They change direction, go to the left. Duplessis well read in defence though. Again, they go to the right-hand side, looking at different options, but the yellow wall is holding up strong. Murray inches closer. She might be held up here. In fact, it's over. First try for Crystal Murray in this game, and New Zealand take the early lead 5-0.
Well, hats off to the front rower. She's earned her spot back in the starting lineup for the Black Ferns, and this is why she's heavily involved in the lead up to this try. Just great distribution skills. You saw earlier the little offload in contact, and then here she gets herself in position, takes it on herself to go through. She's got enough power and pace to open the scoring for the Black Ferns.
Murray's such a skilled, powerful, dynamic player. She's smart. She knows when to take her breaths and take in, you know, all the moments of when to rest. Like you said, Hans, she was the one that was influential in starting that. She was able to finish it. Great start here from the Black Ferns, and you sense now that the Wallaroos defence is starting to tie it. So they did well for the opening 10 minutes. Whether they can keep on the pace with the Black Ferns, it'll be interesting to see. As you see there, kids are loving it. Great atmosphere here in Kirikiriroa.
Brunt. He loves the collision area, does Brunt. And the passes just have been a little bit wayward, not as crisp as they usually are for the Black Ferns. So it is the Wallaroos ball, and they really have been starved of possession.
Just going backward. First knock
So
up.
a good opportunity here for the Wallaroos to really launch their attack, because they've had minimal ball in hand.
Yeah, field position is vital for the Wallaroos.
Scrum here.
And they'll need to get themselves into the strike zone to really
Yeah,
get
for me
their
she's on your back, but I will
momentum going, hold on to the ball, build some phases, build some pressure
That's
up against the Black Ferns. They've got some real good strike power out wide, especially in the likes of Laurie Kramer, the experienced veteran. She's come back into the fold. We look to see them use out wide or utilise the kicking ability of Kara Stellinger.
Bind!
Morgan goes to the right. There's Wong. Saves the ball. They continue to challenge the right-hand side. Masters does well to stay on her feet.
Not on ball.
Looking right and left, decides to go to the left-hand side. This time it's Kapani. Does brilliantly just to fight, stay on her feet, but doesn't want to be held up here. And she has created a maul. And will turn that ball over, and Honey just not picking the right decision, when to go down and when to stay up on your feet.
Well, it was exciting to see the likes of Eva Kapani take on Crystal Murray in that initial ball carry. And she seemed to get some momentum here. You see the initial hit and spin, starts to pump her feet, but unfortunately doesn't find the ground. And that's just the experience coming in there from the likes of Charmaine Smith. So good to see her back out there, and her locking partner in Maya Kawana Kaulani-Roos.
Like you said, the experience, the locking pair, they knew to hold her up, hit the maul, force a turnover. Leonard was a bit poor in that. Sometimes they say tackle the tackler. She was ineffective in that, and hence a turnover here for the Black Ferns.
Set! Our setup is fine when we're hitting.
Well, like I alluded to earlier,
we're not stepping back,
Crystal
okay?
Murray
Thank
just
you.
in her second start, playing in her 11th test match today, and really rewarded for form in the Farah Palmer Cup, Honey, and quite a few players rewarded, like we've seen our debutants Asai and Valiko. But how good has Crystal Murray been this season?
Oh, immense for her Northland FPC team. And it's really good to see Coach Alan Bunting picking players on form through this FPC, giving them opportunity. We've seen some real growth, and they've earned the jersey, they've earned the right to be out there.
Again, this Australian scrum really testing the Black Ferns, and Mali Airport reached out, couldn't quite bring it in. And it's her first start at fullback. And as I mentioned before, 2021, the last time she played. Good to see her back. But lots of errors creeping into this game.
Yeah, probably a little bit guilty of going lateral there off that scrum. You see, they were willing to take on the numbers out wide there, and Patricia Maliuport has an impressive skill set. One-on-one, she is hard to defend. But once again, the Wallaroos, they've abstained pressure, and they get a really good opportunity there. So it's good to see, hope to see them really start to build some pressure, hold on to the ball, be patient.
Well, Australia have not entered the 22 of the Black Ferns yet. Really tells a story. They have not had opportunities. And we'll listen in, another scrum reset here.
Out because you're just taking away all our space. We're head on head. We've got no space. Crouch! Bind! Set! 1, 2, 3,
This time the Black Ferns win a scrum penalty, and it's Crystal Murray getting all the pats on the back. We just mentioned her fine form, and she's really paying dividends to Alan Bunting for taking a chance on her tonight.
Right in the middle of the
Oh, that's a huge win for the Black Ferns. Really, the Wallaroos, they've been operating at around 94% scrum success, and to get that one over them will be a huge momentum builder as they work their way into their half.
Stayed in touch the whole time. If she jumps from touch,
Just
into the field
executing
of
her
play,
core
it's
role,
fine.
isn't she,
Stayed in
Murray?
touch.
Shows what she can do when the ball's in play. But when you're loose head prop, you can scrum effectively. You know,
No
you're the
delay,
ultimate
New Zealand,
package, and she
step
sure
in.
is having some game, Crystal Murray.
Gold, keep the gap. Gold, keep the gap.
Ponsonby finds Smith again at the back of the line out. Good passing through the backfield for the Black Ferns. Again, Brunt uses a battering ram at the moment in this game. Ponsonby, pop pass on the inside to demand, but she spills that ball forward, and errors galore at the moment for both teams. Always just trying to force that extra pass and look for some space, but it's hurting them. So Australia will now look to try and get out of their own 22. Talakai just marching a couple metres forward. Leaney asking them to get on her backside and stripping that ball is Kennedy Simon, but it's another knock on, so we will come back for a scrum. And given the wonderful weather conditions here, honey, the amount of handling errors is quite surprising.
First knock.
Instead, we are going to go down sideline to Chelsea Bremner, who is joining us. Good to have you, Chelsea. What has been the mentality heading into this game?
Kia ora. Yeah, we knew that it's going to be a massive battle out front. Aussie have really bought it this first 15, 20 minutes. As you can see, you know, there's lots of momentum shifts and, yeah, heaps of physicality out there.
Chelsea, did you have any advice for your sister getting out there?
No, I just said have fun and enjoy it, which it looks like she's doing.
What have you witnessed from this game so far? I mean, Australia haven't had too much ball in hand, but the Black Ferns are still being challenged.
Yeah, I think obviously our set piece is going really well, but you know, out there on the field, like I said earlier, they're bringing it, heaps of physicality, and yeah, just going back to our basics, and yeah, we've got lots of respect for Aussie and know that they've, you know, they're bringing it all out there today.
Thank you so much for your time, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Well, the Black Ferns, as she mentioned, their set piece is starting to go well, and the turnover from a very, very strong scrum. They've now got an advantage. Brilliant work by their forward pack. Again, numbers. Maliepo scoops the ball up from her feet and scores. And what a fairy tale start to her resurgence in the black jersey. Patricia Maliepo with the second try of the game.
Oh, it's so good to see Patricia Maliepo back in the black jersey. The young 20-year-old bags her second try of her career, but you have to give the hats off to the scrum and the forwards that bowled over the Australian scrum a little bit earlier, open up the space for the backs, and she goes straight and direct, gets over the line for the Black Ferns. How good is the crowd down there, Christina?
Oh, it's really good, especially obviously when you get those momentum shifts or you get those clean breaks. They go crazy down here. You spoke about it before, Taylor. It's actually really windy down here. The sun's shining, which is positive, but there is the wind starting to pick up, as you can see in the flyaways there of the hair. But you know what? There was a really good line from Maliepo. She was deserving of that try. And like you said, Hunt, really enjoyed seeing her back in black. Ruahei Demand playing in her 30th game in the Black Fern jersey. And you can see the wind and the impact on that kick there, but it was successful. So 14-0. The Black Ferns leading Australia after 20 minutes. Over 12,000 tickets sold here for FMG Stadium and a couple thousand walk-ups as well. And the sun is starting to shine. And what is a wonderful game so far, but Australia really need to get their hands on the ball. And again, Brunt, chop tackle this time. Murray passes it in behind to Demand, face ball. Duplessis, well, she offloaded it and kicked it at the same time. And a tackle. Supreme bit of skill there from Duplessis. Marina Tohino finds Mikaela Tu'u, just tucks the head and rumbles forward. Lovely intricate pass from Marina Tohino to Vahakoro, unleashing her winger. Duplessis is there in support. Great cover tackle coming in from Wong. But a brilliant ball from Marina Tohino, just fooled everyone in that defensive line. Steaming onto it was Murray, gets it to Brunt. Well taken care of again by Masters. Bremner. Alana Bremner there. Sister Chelsea still nursing a hand injury.
You still have penalty advantage, Black.
Ponsonby with her ball, hands on the ball. Murray in behind her, and a little fake coming in from Charmaine Smith. Trying to get in over that ball, Australia. They've won it back, but they were under a penalty advantage.
4 offside. Thanks. 4 offside. Yeah, you're good.
Well, the penalty has been awarded. right in front of the sticks on the 22-metre line, well and truly within Demant's range, but they are going to put the hammer down and go for the sideline, and I like that decision, honey.
Oh, they're back in their skill set, aren't they? They're willing to bank up the numbers and fives. And look at this inside ball from Rihiana Marino Tauhunu here, and then the afterburners from Vahakolo. She finds Duplessis. They're really starting to open up the Wallaroos defence, and now they get another opportunity here. Line out inside their 22.
Ponsonby has been accurate in their favour. That back jumper with Smith. Michaela Toole gets her ball in hands. Brunt chopped down 3 metres short from the line.
Advantage.
Forwards are going to roll up their sleeves and pick and go. Here comes Ponsonby. Will she be rewarded for her line-out accuracy? She's held up, in fact, knocks the ball on. But they've got a penalty advantage, and the penalty's really starting to creep up for Australia.
Time off. Just make sure you're getting all the way behind that last foot. Thank you. Time back on. Scrum.
Well, they're going to take the scrum here. And once again, they're just continuing to throw everything at this team. Look at the great run here from Sylvia Brunt. And then they all pile in. Unfortunately, Ponsonby backs herself to get over. She's held up. But once again, they get another opportunity. The scrum on their 5. Feel all the momentum really flowing in the Black Ferns' way as the Wallaroos defence starts to tire.
Crouch!
It was the defensive work of Sarah Nagama, elevated from the bench into the starting team.
Set!
And they're actually teammates, Ponsonby and her, and Matatu and Super Rugby Opiki.
Balls in the back, use it!
Ball's available though at the back for the Black Ferns. Michaela Toole picks it up with one hand on that 5-metre line. Marino Tohino comes to the left. Murray gets it to Duplessis. Good footwork, left foot step coming in from the South African-born centre. They continue through Amy Rule.
Tackle away!
Assisted by Smith and Ponsonby. Marino Tohino running in on that angle was Roos. Trying to attack that ruck there was Talakai. Another carry from Michaela Tu'u. Really trying to ask questions of the Australian defence. They're there in numbers though. Crystal Murray is liking her option. She's going to go for a pick and go, looking for her second try. Crystal Murray held up.
Roll line.
Goal line dropout. And well, the Wallaroos, they'll take a lot of confidence out of that.
Yeah.
Sub.
Look at that front row of the Wallaroos and Cheatham and Kapani.
1-5.
They've been asked to do a whole lot of work, and they are rising to the challenge. Look at them all in numbers there.
Okay.
There's no room for Crystal Murray to go through this time.
She's off the field. Come back on.
Yeah, you've got a substitute here. Laurie Kramer looks like she's gone for the day. And I know when she was going in for that tackle on the try line, she appeared to have a bit of an injury. So the young 18-year-old in the 23 jersey, Malika, will be her replacement.
Well, this is actually the first game Malika has been on the bench, has started every other test, so she's used to playing big minutes. The Black Ferns, again, hot on attack, didn't quite get the distance on that restart, so under pressure once more are the Wallaroos, and Ponsonby has spilt that once more.
Knock on.
So they're still under pressure though, and they are still yet to get inside the 22 of the Black Ferns.
Georgia Ponsonby be disappointed with that one. You know, we've already seen the skill set of the Black Ferns forward. You can see them really looking to keep the ball alive, give the offloads. They have the luxury of having such high skill set, but that skill set needs to be executed under pressure, and then unfortunately it doesn't come off this time round.
Looks as though Laurie Kramer's got a bit of a knee injury. She gave Renee Holmes a bit of a hug on the sideline, but the WXV is coming up, so they'll be looking to nurse that and get her back on the field in a month's time.
Australia, what can they do with some possession? And in fact, they've knocked the ball on. It was Pomare. You could see it on the ground. Oh, she's one of the most experienced players on the field and just couldn't hold on to it, but it was a great tackle.
Yeah, look at this. Just low body position coming in there. Kennedy Simon never really lets anybody get past her, does she? But Pomari, she is one of the experienced players. She would have been looking just to settle that run to get them some good field position to look to kick wide.
Okay. On the attacking scrum.
This is Amy rolls down at the moment, getting some attention to that left shoulder. Let's hope it's nothing too serious. Be a bit of a stinger.
We good?
Well, the WXB is coming up here in New Zealand. Please get along to the games and support women's rugby. Some fantastic teams coming down here. England, France, these two sides. And as Christina Sue mentioned, people will not be wanting to get injured in this game with their sights heavily set on what is going to be a great inaugural competition, honey.
Oh, huge competition, and how good to have it back here in Aotearoa once again, especially following the Rugby World Cup and having the big guns in England and France come back down here.
Time back on.
It's going to be a bit of a revenge match for them. The Black Ferns will no doubt be up for the challenge, as well as the Wallaroos.
Crouch!
Premium attacking opportunity here for the Black Ferns, and while they've spent an age down in the 22 of the Australian team, they've made 4 times as many tackles as the Black Ferns. Here comes Michaela Tool, 5 metres short. And what a brilliant turnover for Australia. As I mentioned, they have made 81 tackles to New Zealand's 21, and they come away with the turnover. Brilliant work.
Well, that is great work from the Wallaroos,
You've got the line.
especially to bring down Liana Michaela Tuu here. See her being brought to ground by 3 players, and straight away it's Fredericks. The experienced Fredericks gets over that ball. That's a massive turnover for the Wallaroos.
Oh, New Zealand had picked the pocket from the Wallaroos. Charmaine Smith got up and contested, and Demant has put boot to ball. It's going to bounce brilliantly for Duplessis. Vahakolo in the left-hand corner. Well, they punished them at the line-out time through Charmaine Smith, and they finished it out on the edge through their elusive backs. Brilliant work.
Well, once again, the World Player of the Year, Ruahei Demant, co-captain of the Black Ferns, steps up and shows her experience and her exceptional skill set with this. Firstly, from the experienced Charmaine Smith, who wins that line out, and just a little dab through there. Duplessis picks it up, quick little pass off to Vahakolo, and they're in with a corner, and everyone is out of their seats. Christina Sue.
Oh, they certainly are celebrating that try, and why wouldn't you? Very selfless of Duplessis to give that ball, but the master class of Demant, she can just see space, execute the skills. As you see the Black Ferns looking to reset there with some deep breaths, because they're going to go again. That's what's so exciting. Over 70% possession, 50% territory, because they like to play with the ball and play most of the time, and that's what's exciting about this Black Ferns outfit. That's their DNA. They love to play with the ball, their attacking mindset. It sure is good to watch.
Demant hooks this one away to the left, so it will remain at 19-0. And how brilliant for Vahakolo, her very first international try, and well and truly deserved, honey, because she's followed a similar path to you, Kiwi Fern and now Black Fern.
Oh, she's an exceptional young athlete, isn't she? She just competes for everything. She's earned her right in the black jersey, holding out a few other players. There's plenty of competition as they kick short here, the Wallaroos.
Not 10. Can't play advantage off.
Well, the mindset was there, wasn't it, honey? But just the execution wasn't right, because Dellinger noticed that there was absolutely no one there marking that 10-metre line, but she just didn't kick it far enough. Take a look here.
Scrum? Scrum. Okay.
Yeah, kicked it straight back into herself. She did catch the Black Ferns unaware, though, so it's something they'll have to watch out for leading into it. But once again, they get a midfield scrum,
As soon as we've got a
and they have been
scrum,
dominant in this set-piece area.
And Christina, you know plenty about Karis. You coached her What's your thoughts on her career path?
Oh, I think she's making the most of her opportunities, still very young, and she's a player that will play instinctively, like you saw there, trying to do something different, and you have to against this Black Ferns outfit. So, you know, experiencing these mistakes, I think it'll only grow her resilience.
9.
Marino Tauhinu with a loopy pass to Maliepo. And Australia saying it was out on the full, but assistant referee Natasha Ganley said no, it bounced first. So another opportunity here, but again, this Australian team have just had absolutely no territory.
Step out. 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 Step out, please. It's 50-22. It landed inside the 22. Thanks.
It's been good connection here during the line out between Ponsonby and Charmaine Smith.
This time they change it up and go to Bremner, but still at the back of the line out nonetheless. Ponsonby gets the ball back in her hands. They've been absolutely crisp at set piece when it comes to line out the Black Ferns, and Demand, as she does so well, carries right to the line, ball in two hands, putting defenders in two minds. Again, Ponsonby swerves the hips, gets away from the first defender. Murray, while she was coming in on an angled run from the right. Marina Tauhinu back to Bremner, who won the line out earlier.
Tackle! Release!
She's
Tackle!
just short of the line, couple metres. Murray puts the head down, looking for her second. Ball is there for Marino Tauhinu.
Good work, thank you.
Gives it away to Demand, goes with that deep pass. Duplessis, simple drawing pass, and Vahakolo is going to go bang bang and get her second test try in this game.
Well, it's all execution and accuracy, isn't it? They've had all the possession, all the territory, and the results are starting to flow. So good to see them when they've got full rhythm going on. Look at this pass, the long ball there from Ruahei Demand, quick ball from Duplessis, and Vahakolo now scores her second for the night.
She does that so well, Duplessis, able to square players up, selfless,
from now.
get it to the edge. But Black Ferns are playing with a style that they've been direct up the middle, but also drawing those Wallaroos defenders to find that space on the outside. It sets this game slightly pushing out with the lead here, even though the Wallaroos were quite competitive for the first 10 minutes or so.
Ruahei Demand with the strong win. Strikes it well, but it just hooks away to the left. So score is 24-0, 4 tries to none at the moment for the Black Ferns. And Australia really struggling to get into this game purely because they just haven't had their hands on the ball, honey.
Well, this is where they look to their leaders, isn't it? And they've got plenty in their team. Chetham up front, Chancellor there. We haven't seen her with ball in hand much. The defence has got to be key here.
Bryant to rule. And you mentioned Chancellor there. She is affecting the tackle. Murray with a little fake. Well, we know the bag of tricks that Crystal Murray has up her sleeve. Marino Tauhinu. Michaela Tu'u. Again, so strong on her feet. Michaela Tu'u just accelerating forward. They've got space. Here goes Marina Tauhinu, does well to support. They've got numbers galore to their right-hand side if they can get there. Maliepo fires the pass. Great spot tackle coming in as well from Paul Murray. But the work of Michaela Tu'u.
Play on, good contest.
Pass the ball off the ground to the Black Ferns. And again, they just seem to have their tails up.
Thank you.
Rule to Ponsonby, opposed to her plate so much rugby together. Canterbury, Matatu, Black Ferns. Such good synergy as Smith has ball in hand. Ponsonby once more. Marino Tohinu to Demant. Demant puts boot to ball this time, but it's straight into the arms of Australia. But it's another net gain for New Zealand because they're still inside the 22. And again, Australia under pressure.
You guys are clearing out people.
Faitala Moleka, their young 18-year-old, didn't have a whole lot of options back here. But look at this, once again, Sylvia Brunt, Michaela Tu'u, sorry, just constantly a force to be reckoned with, finding players inside and outside of her. And they're just throwing everything at this Wallaroos team.
It's hard for me to judge if you're stepping back.
Now take a look at this possession, 79% for the Black Ferns. As we said, Australia just have not been able to play their game. They're playing defensively. Territory again, 68% for New Zealand, only 32 for Australia. But the biggest one has to be the time in opposition, 22. Australia have not been in New Zealand's 22. Ponsonby again, 100% at the throw in this game, and they're going to march forward. First time we've seen them all affected by the Black Ferns. Going forward ever so slowly, but it is still going forward. This time it gets a little bit of momentum, but Masters is in there. Penalised for changing their binds, so another opportunity here for the Black Ferns. Brunt gets a pass to Matt. Maliepo has some space now, gets that offload away. In the hands of Australia though, and these penalties creeping up again once more. Just ill-discipline for Australia.
8, changing binds.
Well, there'll be no question in what their decision is to go here. You know that they're chasing tries as they've done so this whole half. Under Masters, penalised there. Once again, they get a great opportunity with the line out. It's been really effective throughout this.
Yeah,
they just chomp away at the bit here with the driving maul. Ponsonby tucked in behind, well protected by forwards.
Yes, you're good.
Again, they favour the back jumper. It's Bremner. They pull the ball away though and give it to Michaela Tu'u. Offload to Kennedy Simon. 2 metres short now. Marino Tohinu, line speed is good from the Wallaroos. Bremner still trying to muscle forward, a metre short.
Back up.
Marino Tohinu, Demant with that back deep pass to Brunt. Brunt is still going to keep going. And Brunt is over. Longo Ipoloto le mapa atai Sylvia Brunt. Her first try of this game, and I won't be surprised if it isn't her last.
Oh, well-earned try, isn't it? Such an instinctive player, huge skill set, and she does all the work for this one. She's been busy this whole half, but look at this, bumps off one, clear line to the try line. She finger up, she's happy with that one, Christina.
Oh, it just shows her power, and Fredericks is a great defender. She'll just never stop pumping those legs. Such a powerful runner. She was looking for the pass as well. But the Wallaroos certainly need to tidy up their discipline. Back-to-back penalties in this world-class outfit of the Black Ferns. Just going to keep seeing the points extend if you keep giving away penalties like that.
Well, that was Brunt's 10th carry of the game in the first half. Her and Ponsonby both on 10 carries apiece, and we've said their names plenty of time, working so incredibly hard as the hooter sounds here at FMG Stadium. 31-0 is the score here, and that is halftime in Hamilton. And while it's really been an onslaught for the Black Ferns, Absolutely dominating here at the moment. Australia yet to score a point. 31 points to 0 in the Laurie O'Reilly Cup. No mai hoki mai, welcome back to FMG Stadium, where it's been complete dominance by the Black Ferns over Australia. 31 points to 0 in the Laurie O'Reilly second test. Let's go and get some insight into the Australian and New Zealand caps with Sione Fukafuka and Steve Jackson with Christina Sue.
Kia ora, Sione, thank you for your time. Look, opening 10 minutes was positive. What do you see are the positives from that first half?
Yeah, so for us, we haven't actually had an opportunity in the Black Ferns half, but credit to them. They've used the wind really, really well, and obviously their offload game has stressed us. But the positives we can take out of it is when we've had the ball a few times, we've bent the line. So what we're looking for is to use the ball, get into their half and have some possession, and hopefully turn the scoreboard over.
Nice, and Laurie Kramer, she's down with a bit of an injury. Is that just you monitoring that?
No, it looks like Laurie may have done an ACL, so it's more of a treatment now. And obviously young Faitala comes on and has her opportunity.
A real shame, but all the best for the second half.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Steve, thanks for your time. Look, healthy scoreline. What's your summary of the first half?
Yeah, look, we've done some things really well, but we've just got to be quicker to the breakdown. You know, they're slowing our ball down, so we think if we can get there a little bit quicker, we can open up some space for us out wide.
What have you noticed about the Australian defensive line?
Yeah, they're coming at us hard, which we've practiced for and prepared for. So, again, it's just holding our feet, making sure that we're carrying. Body height's going to be really important in the second half, and, you know, they'll have the wind at their back. So, you know, I'm sure our girls will want to hold on to the ball.
If you look to extend this score line, will we see some debutants get on a bit earlier?
Yeah, of course. You know, that's the plan. You know, they'll probably get on a little bit earlier than expected as well. So, and that's not reflected on the score. It's just a plan that we've had in place, ready to go. So, you know, it's going to be pretty exciting for them and exciting for the rest of the group, I think.
Absolutely. All the best for the second half.
Thank you.
As Sione Fukafuka said, they really just need to get their hands on the ball. No changes at half-time, but as Steve Jackson alluded to, look to see some of these debutants in Veliko, Sae and Mateele pretty soon, honey.
Here we good timing for the debutants to come on for the Black Ferns, but the Wallaroos, sorry, they do not give up. They would have had a good chat at half-time. Their tails will be up. They'll be ready to get in the fight and turn the second half around.
Just that one change in the first half. Moleka came on to the field. Faitala Moleka.
10 seconds, thank
Just
you.
heard that Laurie Kramer has done her ACL. We send her our best wishes for her recovery.
Australia ready?
And, well, Ruahei Demant has done 3 ACLs, and look at her now, the World Rugby Player of the Year. So, always able to come back from an injury. But here we go, Australia, what can they deliver in the second half? This is a good run initially from Masters. Does that kind of go for what Australia currently need? Again, they march a couple more metres past that advantage line, and they've got a penalty too. Fantastic start for the Australians.
Good start, strong start for the Wallaroos, and you got to take hats off to Ashley Masters. She's been extremely busy throughout the first half. Such an influential leader in the team. She likes to disrupt the ruck, constant competitor, and see her real never give up attitude.
Black, hold the gap.
Talakai to throw the ball in here. She's made the most tackles for the Wallaroos, 14. And unfortunately, they've knocked that one forward, so they have rare opportunities inside the Black Ferns half, and they've coughed the ball up. So they'll be wanting to pin the Black Ferns down here with some strong defence.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over. Here goes that show and go from Brunt.
Taken back.
Duplessis tries to unleash Paul. Gets away from one. Still going as Mererangi Paul. Well, she scored 4 tries in 2 games as Mererangi Paul, but it's going to be the Wallaroos now with ball in hand. Stewart, a rare touch.
High tackle.
High tackle too, so another penalty early for the Wallaroos.
We're going to take a shot here. Interesting decision from the Wallaroos, but it was good to see the ball finally get in this player's hands. Maya Stewart She's out of the Waratahs, she's got plenty of power in place. She's explosive with the high shot there. Fractional.
Hasn't Charmaine Smith been good on her return to the black jersey? Last played in 2019. A real inspiration to many mothers out there, often juggling her trainings with her shift work as a policewoman. See her doing gym sessions at 3-4 a.m. before her shift. Amazing athlete who deserves her black jersey again. And first points on the board for the Wallaroos through Karis Dullinger. And a really interesting decision to go for the kick, Christina Sue. What did you make of it?
Yeah, when you're down 31 points, it is interesting. They had back-to-back penalties. They had the momentum with them. Thought they would have gone, well, maybe 7 points. But, hey, they've got the win behind them and it is quite strong. So they'll be just looking to grow some confidence in there, and let's see if they can have another good start off this restart.
Well, they could be thinking back to the June Test match. Remember, they went down 50-0 to the Black Ferns, so they get the donut off their back this time round.
They'd only ever been held 2-0 against the Black Ferns 1997 the last time, so they won't want a repeat of that one again. And while they've spilt the ball forward here, and it's that hard work of Kennedy Simon. They spoke about her at halftime and her impact, and remember, this is her first test match at home. A real stalwart for this region.
She's just battle-hardened, isn't she? She just never gives in to anything. She competes for everything. Just offers such ruthless defence. Wallaroos really struggling to contain her. Look at the tackle stats already. They're well over 100, with the Black Ferns only making 23 tackles so far. You can see it's starting to compound on the Wallaroos. A couple of niggles being picked up. Look at that, 115 tackles to 23, 14 missed tackles.
This is the other big one for me as well. Time in opposition 22, almost 7 minutes compared to 15 seconds for Australia. That's exactly what their assistant coach said, isn't it? They just haven't had their hands on the ball, and it's also telling on the defensive stats, right?
Time back on!
Yeah, absolutely, Taylor. They do have the use of the win this half, so hopefully you see the likes of Karis Dullinger step up and start to work them into some territory to get into this fight. But at the moment, they're back on defence. The Black Ferns got a midfield scrum.
Bind! Set!
It's gone straight down. I would have said in favour of Australia there, so they will have another reset.
Yeah.
Such a big battle, isn't it? Got Eva Kapani there, the tight head prop. She's getting plenty of pats on the backs from Sarah Naigama. They're up for another go.
Yeah, it wasn't out that time. Yeah, but just make sure you're starting from an onside position. You're starting from offside. Crouch! Bind!
Again, the Wallaroos applying pressure to that Black Ferns scrum, but DeMate does well to scramble. Big tackle on Maliepo. The ball has been knocked back. And so they will put the kick in, and it will be Australian ball, but we saw this in the first half. They really struggled to exit.
And it's got to start with the accuracy of the throw. Plenty of pressure on Talakai with this to nail this line-out throw. We've seen the likes of Charmaine Smith and her impact on the defensive line-out, as well as Maya Ruse in there disrupting.
Accuracy was there this time for the Wallaroos. Can they exit? Well, Kennedy Simon absolutely cleaned out after trying to contest that ball. Dullinger puts in the kick. It's going to bounce in out eventually. Probably didn't get as much distance as she would have hoped.
Black, step in!
First overthrow for the Black Ferns. And spilling the ball forward too was Brad Masters, has ball in hand. It worked so well for them initially in that first half, the line out, but this time it's overthrown by Ponsonby.
They came into this test match, the Black Ferns, with 87% line-out success. And that's the first one that was unsuccessful today. It's a little bit too high for Shemaine Smith. But it's a good positive for the Wallaroos. They start to grind the Black Ferns down, try and work into some territory, hold possession.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Yep, you can see it well and truly clear. They win early, the Black Ferns, so they go quick with the tap, Australia, but they kick it away straight away and into the hands of Vahakolo. It's bounced backwards though with the sun in her eyes here in the afternoon in Hamilton. Still fighting is Vahakolo. Parino Tauhinu to Murray at first receiver. Duplessis spins out of the tackle of Pomare. Parino Tauhinu, another handling error, this time from Amy Rule. It's been a real Achilles heel for the Black Fern team today, the handling errors. So we'll have yet another scrum in this game, and considering the beautiful conditions, we've just had so many errors, honey.
Yeah, a few errors coming in from both sides there, but there's plenty of pressure coming in from the Wallaroos. In terms of their mindset, seems to be a bit of a shift in momentum in this half. Seen them, they've won the last two set pieces, and we see some changes coming in here, Christina.
Yep, as you can see here, oh, we've got a debut opportunity. Number 17, Chris Villico. She's on.
Thank you.
And also Tanya Kalinavala is also on for Amy Rule. So front rowers have subbed off, but massive opportunities. These are some decent minutes Chris Villico is going to get as well. Special opportunity for her and her family today.
Named the Auckland Storm Player of the Year on Monday, Chris Villico making her debut, as he said, Christina, a very special moment. You can hear the roar from the crowd, and she's straight into the thick of it in her work in a scrum.
Set!
And there she goes. What an impact on your debut, Chris Villico, and then bumping off Cara Stellinger's Michaela too, while they're good friends off the field, not so much on it. Here goes Brunt as well. What a scrum from Villico, giving her team good front football. Roos as well now. You can see the Black Ferns forwards have their tails up from the scrum. Kelowna Valley also coming on to the field too, making an impact. Low pass for Maliepa while they've gone backwards here, the Black Ferns.
Leave it now! Thank you. Good work.
And Australia may have turned this ball over here.
You can keep playing it.
In fact, they haven't. It's still on the side of the Black Ferns. Vahakolo with a half break. Demant smothered in defence by Australia. One more carry for Ponsonby. Make that her 11th in this game. Hard-working front rower. Here come the quick hands out the back. Kennedy Simon hanging out on the right edge. Gonna tuck and carry. Tries the offload to Paul, but actually finds the hands of Dellinger. So Australia with some rare possession. Well, they've got so much skill in their team, they just haven't been able to unlock it.
In front.
You can see they're trying to play a territory game through Moleka, but they really do need to hold on to that ball. As Maliepo puts in the low stabbing kick and they pass it deep back to Moleka. She's going to put in another kick as well.
Thank you.
Goes over the head, turning Vahakolo around. That is a brilliant kick. A metre away from being a 50-22. Vahakolo in.
On the chest.
Big
Play.
contact between those two players and Stewart and Vahakolo. Stewart came off second best. Marino Tohino Demat. Valiko with that first carry, and what a carry it is! Dream debut for the Auckland Storm. Loose head prop and lovely hands being shown from her team as well. Kalona Vale picks up the ball, marches forward a couple metres. Great impact from the bench for the two front rowers, and well, it's just been knocked on at the base of that rut by Mali Airport. But honey, how about the injection of Valiko and Kalona Vale?
Oh, look, there's so much going on in that phase of play, and you have to look at the big run here from Chris Valiko. Very special moment for her to get her first run. Get some work under the belt there, but look at the transition play between the Black Ferns and the way their ability to play out in the wide channels and bring it back in tight. The skill set of the forwards and the backs has been exceptional, but also the ball and play. This is the kind of rugby we want to see, just that continuation, the building of their continuity has been exceptional as they take a little bit of time here with another Wallaroos player down and play, but you can see the leadership coming in from Marihiana Marino Tauhunu there. How good has the Wallaroos and the Black Ferns been so far?
Well, the Black Ferns may have their hands already on the Laurie O'Reilly Cup. The WXB is coming up.
Water off, please.
The WXB taking place here in New Zealand, Auckland, Wellington and Dunedin. Get your tickets because the best of the best in women's rugby here in Aotearoa next month.
Turn back on. Crouch. Bind. Set. 2, 3.
Penalty to Australia, just went straight down and almost looked like the gap was actually too big between those two scrums and they both went down.
Time off.
Dana Mikelatu just receiving some attention. Looks like she's got a bit of blood, so there will be some stoppage here. But how good has Longoi Polotu Lemapiatati Sylvia Brunt been for the Black Ferns? I mean, absolute workhorse, isn't she, honey? Continuing that Farah Palmer form.
Oh, she sure is, and I love that she just plays with so much confidence. She's decisive, she's got great vision, great balance in terms of her footwork, her speed and her vision to give the ball out wide or just power on through. She could be a prop, she could be a first five, she could be a fullback. She is the full package of Sylvia Brunt.
Time done.
As you see there, Kialetu is going in to get some treatment, and Lucy Jenkins in the 19s jersey has come on for her for this blood bin substitute.
Yeah, interestingly, we have got two loose forwards on the bench, and Jenkins and Saino lock cover. You'd assume Alana Bremner would go there should they need it. But Australia now hoping to score a try in this game. Good footwork and acceleration off the mark coming in from Wong. Cheatham. They continue to go to the right. Lovely angled run coming in from Kapani. And I must say, the front rows of both teams have really worked hard today. As you got Pomare. Jenkins tried to get in, but cleaned out. Dallinger again kicking that ball away and into the hands of Vahakolo. Received a big left-hand fend for her troubles as well. Passing that ball back to Maliepo. Here goes Kalona Vale up against Kapani. Valiko. Simon has ball in hand, and this is good counter-up coming in from Australia, just making a menace of themselves, making the Black Ferns commit numbers. Charmaine Smith. Hint of a knock on there, but they'll continue. Kennedy Simon. Big tackle made in tandem by Chancellor and Masters. Ball was available.
Ripped out.
It was stripped by Dellinger.
18, you're on the ground, you can't play the ball.
Oh, Kaluna Vale just couldn't keep her hands out of the cookie jar. Ball was on the ground. She was already there. Couldn't help but grab it, and that is a penalty.
Well, they get good reward, don't they, the Wallaroos? I mean, that was a big push in terms of their defensive efforts. You can hear the contact and the impact coming in terms of those collisions, but they stand up this time round. I wasn't completely convinced with the kicking option of Karis Dellinger there. When they've been starved of possession, she chose to kick away, then they're forced to defend for multiple phases, but they get the reward in this one, and then they're taking the option now to go for points.
Dellinger pushes the kick away. Just playing in her third test match today for Australia. And great to see the fans out here supporting the Black Ferns, the BFFs they call them, the Black Fern fans.
Find the kicker.
Maliepo with the restart. And steaming onto the ball is Masters. Veliko gets evaded again. She puts the pass away. Great run coming in from Masters, trying to get her team on the front foot. Here's Paul Mare. Fake to go left and then accelerated herself. Bit of trouble at the back for Morgan. Nice space ball to Talakai. Here's Kapani. Kapani.
Play on! Tackle!
Well, this is the first real opportunity Australia have had. They're about 10 metres out from the line. They're going to go to the pick and go option through Talakai. You can see their backs are starting to line up towards that right-hand side. But for the moment, forwards are going to keep it in close.
There. No hands, thank you.
Captain Leonard has her hands on the ball, assisted by Talakai. They're going to try and just continue to pick and wear this Black Fern defence down. Cheat them with a carry. This time they do a switch play. It's gone to the feet of Dellinger and she knocks it on, and they were building so nicely and the call was there to change, and unfortunately just knocked it on.
Oh, some substitutes here. You can hear the crowd roaring, and that's for Martha Madele, who makes her debut appearance. There she is. What a special moment for her and her family. She's gone on for Patricia Maliapo, and a complete front row change for the Wallaroos. You've got Robinson in the number 17, O'Gorman in 18, and also Naden in the 16 jersey, completely substituted the front row.
Well, the Wallaroos front row should be proud of themselves. Kapani and Chetham have been heavily involved in this 57 minutes. Unfortunate not to get a better result with that phase of play. It was building something really good there.
Hit the nail on the head, honey. Chetham, Talakai and Kapani have been brilliant, but that is a huge play coming in from Morgan, forcing that turnover, and all of a sudden the Black Ferns under pressure for the first time.
Excellent
Oh, it's a
scrum.
great option there
Excellent scrum.
from Lane Morgan. She's been busy this whole game, putting massive amounts of pressure on Kennedy Simon in the back there. She's got great game awareness. She's a genuine attacking threat, and her ball service has been pretty sharp tonight.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Ball is at the base for Master. She's going to carry herself. Jenkins breaks away, tries to get the tackle on the 5 metre. Here come the Wallaroos. Nakama tucks her head. Miscommunication out the back, but they still have it. They've lost about 10 metres though. And trying to blitz this ruck. The Black Ferns unsuccessful. O'Gorman has the ball. Gives it away to Chancellor. Chancellor hasn't had too many opportunities. We know how dangerous she is. And again, the forwards will continue to pick Robinson with her first touch. O'Gorman tried to pick and go off the back, but the defence coming through, and look at Charmaine Smith, stoked with the defence.
It's a long gate. She's come through the gate.
Hats off to Charmaine Smith. She has been such an immense presence throughout this game. There's plenty of chat going on in amongst there. Look at it. She just goes straight through the middle of it, disrupts that ruck. And it's unfortunate for the Wallaroos. They are starting to find some rhythm and build some phases.
It's just nice to see them with some possession, not kicking it away, being in the Black Ferns 22. But the defence of Jenkins, Smith is relentless, and they're celebrating because they know how close they are to that try line. So really good defence here and a good opportunity for them to exit. But knowing the Black Ferns, they'll probably run it.
Black Ferns are entering the last 20 minutes of this game, and this is actually where they score the most points. And here comes Marino Tauhinu. Brilliant break from the halfback, and it's bounced all over the show, but into the hands of Paul DeMat. Now Duplessis, and here goes the debutant Marta Ele. First touch, does well, knows the rules, gets to her feet. They go again, the Black Ferns. Brunt thumped in a good tackle and spilling that ball forward, so here goes Moleka. And again, honey, they're kicking that ball away when they haven't had too much hands on the ball, so it will be a line out for the Black Ferns.
Well, once again, we see the experience here from Marino Tauhinu. Just exposes space so effectively, gets the kick, and how about the bounce here? Falls straight back into the Black Ferns side. They shift the ball so effectively. Good flow. Martha Martelli gets her first touch of the ball, and she does well to stay in field, recycle that ball.
Oh, Marino Tauhinu, what a lovely little break, and she's clapping to the crowd because she's done for the day. There's a raft of changes here. Iritana Hohaia's on in the 21 jersey. You've got Layla Say out there as well. Debut today, special moment for the Cyclone. She's on, and also Luca Connor's on, number 2.
Backward!
Black Ferns have possession from the line out. It wasn't pretty, but they have it. Simon places the ball back for Hohaia. Demand. Brunt. Again, another carry from Brunt. So busy. And Australia have stolen the ball. Brilliant work.
That's what's there.
The breakdown. But here come the Black Ferns trying to blitz it. Unsuccessful. And Leonard clears.
Tackle!
Morgan comes back to the left. Still going Australia. It's spilled out from the side, and this is lovely footwork from Wong. She just has not been able to get many opportunities. Such a pocket rocket as Ivania Wong. Leany. Again, Australia just trying to find some space out on the edges, but it comes apart. And Ashley Masters drops that ball. So it will be another scrum. Well, we're so very lucky to get some insight into the Australian Wallaroos camp. We are joined by Lucy Prop, Brianna Cheatham. Thank you so much for joining us, Brianna. What was the key message at halftime to get your girls back up for the second half?
It was to come out firing and not give up a single second in the second half, and I think we've done that with 20 minutes in and not scored any points here, so it was definitely come out firing.
Brianna definitely starting to build a lot more phases and a bit of momentum there, but is the option still to continue to keep kicking in behind the Black Ferns?
Yeah, at this stage we've got the win behind us, so we're going to keep kicking and see how far we can keep them back in their D zone.
And for you personally as well, Cheethan, we were just saying how hard the whole front row for the Wallaroos were working. What's the mentality, or I guess the game plan, that numbers 1 to 3 in your team get told heading into this match?
Something that we've come up with this week is mongrel dogs. So we're coming out firing, we're being strong, we're hitting that ball up, tackling ruthless energy in this game.
Well, your front rowers certainly did that. You had an outstanding game. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Ruthless, honey, that is the key, being ruthless. And I tell you what, the defense has been ruthless because the Black Ferns have not scored this half. So whatever was said at halftime has certainly worked, and Wong gets there and disrupts. So the defense has certainly picked up for this Wallaroos team. And here goes Mataele with a tackle. They'll come back for that knock on, but good read in defense coming in from the winger.
Yep, she's done well so far with her opening minutes. On debut is Martha Mataele. She's a real force to be reckoned with. Love to see her with a bit more time, with ball in hand. She is very unstoppable. We also have to give hats off to the number 8, Ashley Masters. So 24th cap tonight. She's already clocked up 6 tries throughout her career. She has been everywhere in this game.
And Sylvia Brunt there. She taking a bow, had a great game. She'll be replaced by Rosie Kelly in the number 22. As you see, Ellen Bluntine there watching on. We've also got Michaela who's got returned. She's gone on for Kennedy Simon.
Rosie Kelly into the 10 position, and the man has shifted out into 12. 2 incredible playmakers on the field, but it's with the Wallaroos. Dallinger again employing that kick tactic, and it's got to pay dividends. In fact, it isn't. It bounces into the hands of Mirirangi Paul, but it was a good chase coming in, and they've stolen the ball. Here we go, and
Never made it back onside.
just offside.
Mark's here.
Wahakolo wanted to go quickly, and it just goes to show what they're capable of, honey.
The Wallaroos have really come out with a different attitude in the second half. They've held the Black Ferns scoreless so far, and the tactic of kicking in behind is starting to work for them. They're putting a whole lot of pressure on, and a good kick always is followed up by a good kick chase, and that's exactly what they're doing, as the Black Ferns are forced to really fight their way out of their own half.
Subs. Time off.
There you go, 77% territory. It's been a complete switch around in the second half. The Wallaroos are in the strike zone. They just need to get over that try line.
Oh, got a couple more subs. There's Ashley Masters running off. She's been replaced by Tuinaka Drava in the number 20 jersey, and Jasmine Huriwai. She'll be looking to spark something. The live wire halfback in the 21 jersey, she's on.
Bruce wins the line out. Jenkins marches forward. Paul Hyatt gets it to Smith. Put in a good shift today, has Smith. Paul Hyatt continues to go to the right. Rosie Kelly takes it to the line, fires a path to Mataele. Done that combination plenty of times in the Whare Cup for Canterbury. And winning this ball is Georgie Fredericks, her second turnover when it comes to the Jackal in this game.
Well, once again, the defence steps up of the Wallaroos. They continue to jam the Black Ferns down in their own half. They're winning the territory battle at the moment. They're doing a great job. Karis Dallinger with a kick to get them some more territory here, but you can see here they're wanting to shift the ball. Martha Mataele, she cuts back inside, runs straight in to the replacement prop in O'Gorman, and then really effective turnout here for Australia. It's key to ensure that they win this line out.
Australia on attack. Here we go. What can they do?
Tackle!
Smith. Another good carry coming in from Leonard, the captain. Huriwai. They go through O'Gorman. They're just slowly inching forward. Paul. Nirangi Paul.
Inside!
Paul higher. Here goes Mikaele Tu'u while she spilt that ball forward and the referee's missed it. In fact, her ARs have come in. But man, she's such a pocket rocket. She's just come on, from her blood bin.
Once again, just the interplay between the forwards for the Black Ferns. Really unfortunate there with the error. But also we see Leilani Nathan out there for the Wallaroos. Out of the Waratah, she got Rookie of the Year. She's on debut. She gets her call up to the green and gold jersey. Special moment for her to debut here in Hamilton.
Leilani Nathan, outstanding season for the Waratahs in Super W. 23 years old. She actually won the Rookie of the Year for the Waratahs and well and truly deserved.
Bond! Set!
Australia into the 22. Poor Murray, she's carried well. Dallinger.
Play on.
Here comes the debutante, gets that pop pass away. Naden. Huriwai. O'Gorman. It's not really in any kind of shape, this Australian team, when they're attacking, and they've turned the ball over too, have New Zealand, but at the moment it just seems to be one-off runners for Australia. Oh, and they're going to go quickly too. Valiko, brilliant pass coming in from a front rower. Mataele was chopped around the ankles by Wong. Ohaya gets it to Smith, and O'Gorman's come off second best there. Just went high on Charmaine Smith. And again, Ohaya goes quickly, but she was just in front of the mark there.
Hold on. Just time off.
And again,
time
we're
off.
half an hour into the second half, and the Black Ferns have not scored a point.
They haven't scored a point and they've barely been out of their half. And I tell you what, this player here, she's come on and made a massive impact as O'Gorman. Tough as nails, this one. Doesn't need a head check. She's all good, she reckons.
Okay. Do you want to take a look at it? Yes?
Doesn't help either for the Black Ferns that of the last 5 penalties, they've had 4 of them. So you're certainly seeing the possession swing back towards the Wallaroos. And it's not like the Ferns, you often see them scoring. A special moment where both sides have cleared their bench.
On the screen coming now,
decent minutes.
Actions of 18 gold.
Well, they've gone up for the TMO, and it's a head-on-head. And you know what that means? Could possibly be a red card here. Head-on-head contact. She's just gone too high in that tackle, honey.
One last angle for your cat. That is the point of contact. Head-on-head. 18 gold.
So she is upright.
There's no real mitigation there either. She comes at speed.
Going up at the last minute. So
Body rider's up high. Highly likely they'll be looking at a red card here.
Can we see it in full time from the beginning?
Well, the referee just got a bit of a fright because her voice is echoing across the stadium. You're taking a good look at this here. I mean, Charmaine Smith is the tallest player on the field there, so you've got to be quite upright to hit her on the head.
I agree with you. So, Zinni, I'm seeing head-on-head contact. We do have foul play because the tackler is upright. She is active into the tackle, so it's a high degree of danger, and we're not seeing any mitigation. Do you agree with those facts?
I agree, 100%.
Okay, so this red card. Okay.
Well, that was beautiful insight, wasn't it, into seeing the process from the referees, and they refereed that brilliantly as well, so everyone can understand why they came to that decision.
So, you guys heard the facts as we said them. It's upright. It's upright. It's direct head-on-head contact. It's a high degree of danger, and there's no mitigation. That's okay. Let's go. Let's go.
So red red card for Laurie O'Reilly in her 16th Test match.
Well, it's a real shame for her because she has been relentless since coming onto the field, and this could be a very key turning point for the Wallaroos because they have had all the possession and territory in the second half. Haven't been able to tick over that scoreboard. They'll be proud of their efforts.
Luca Connor as well on to the field. Finds Charmaine Smith. She's done up the fair share of the work at line-out time, and this is the most successful maul we've seen from the Black Ferns, just continuing to go forward. And well and truly joining from the wrong end was Robinson, and this has gone at least 20 metres at the moment. What a maul. Under that penalty advantage as well. Hohaya is going to clear. I mean, numbers out the left. It's 5-on-1 currently. Rosie Kelly is going to accelerate, gives it to Paul Vahakola. It's a foot race out on the edge. Good covering tackle coming from Moleka. But you got to take it back to that maul. And then the ball was out. Dellinger, brilliant awareness of the rules. Still going as Dellinger, looking for support. Getting close to the sideline. Dement gets the pass, and wow, what a passage of play.
Scrummer line out, knocked on into touch. Line out.
Oh, look at this. It all starts from this driving maul, and you can see the likes of Luca Connor, Tanya Connor-Navali in there, egging her teammates on. Look how crisply they shift the ball out wide, though. Well, Mererangi Paul to Vahakolo. She had plenty of time and space. She chooses to come back in. Bit of a bobble and a turnover here. Karis Dellinger then ends up with the ball right here. She takes a bit of a darting run down that sideline.
It's Eritana Hohaya there, getting some treatment. She's a tough cookie, getting back into her work. And that's what you see, her tackles there. What you see often from halfbacks now, they get into the defensive line. They're like another loose forward, doing some work on attack and defence.
Clean line out for the Wallaroos, with the pass not so clean. Pretty wide. Wallaroos looking to shift in again. They put boot to ball. Mererangi Paul, right foot step, tucks the ball. Leonard with the tackle. Hohaya. Luca Connor on her home patch as well. With the Chiefs Manawa. Hohaya decides to come back to the right. Kelowna Valley. Always good for a couple metres past the gain line. Rosie Kelly tries to rubber the ball along the ground, but it's gone into the arms of the Wallaroos. Tuinokavatra with the ball.
Good counter!
Here comes the counter from the Black Ferns too. Mataele has ball in hand, places it back for Hohaya. Smith fires a pass to Connor, couldn't quite get it away to Saet, who was waiting for her first carry as a Black Fern. Demand bounces onto the ball, and they're offside, so
there's a ruck.
Time just to settle, because it has started to lose its shape this game. And Demand says, let's try catch them napping. And Leila Saet with her first carry of the game, and it's a good one too. But no one there really to support her, and it was an easy turnover in the end for Tuinokavatra.
Flat.
And Moleka tries to unleash her winger and Stewart. Seems like a lot of tired bodies out there, slow to get to the ruck from both teams. But a monstrous tackle coming in from Hohaya. Luca Connor tries to blitz through the middle of that ruck. Scrappy stuff from both teams at the moment.
Tackle!
Getting cleaned off the ball with Smith by Chancellor Sae. Thought she had got the steal, but another knock on. And as I said, Hane, it's just coming in a little bit disjointed.
Fine timing, just a knock on.
Yeah, a few errors really starting to fall into the structure of the Black Ferns.
People that are
really
protected,
struggle
because they're all falling away and run through the gate.
some faces in the second half. And remembering, Laurie O'Reilly has been seeing the red card, so the Wallaroos are down a troop. in terms of numbers, but they've got to make this interchange
Second goal,
now.
sub for the red card.
With Eva Kapani having to come back on with O'Gorman in the bin. So that'll see the likes of Emily Chancellor have to
let's
take
find up, please.
the bench in the meantime. But look, you have to take your hat off to the Wallaroos. There's plenty of positives that they can take from the second half as they continue to build momentum and starve the Black Ferns of any kind of possession and territory.
Remind everyone at home, half-time was 31-0. We're 8 minutes away from full-time, and it's 31-3. So the Wallaroos have had an exceptional second half when it comes to defence. Just starting to come away a bit on attack. Here's Hoodie White, waiting at the back. In fact, they're going to give it to their forwards, but met in a thumping tackle from Kaluna Vale and Connor. Dallinger puts the ball up high, tries to make it contestable. Got a good chase coming in from Stewart, but Vahakolo gets away from the first two defenders. Gets away as well from Tunukabaja. What a run coming in from Vahakolo! All the energy and acceleration from Vahakolo. They give it away now to Merirangi Paul.
Backward.
Pohaya finds Connor. 5 metres out now. Here come the Black Ferns. And Duplessis, she just was not expecting that ball, but wow, Vahakolo, what a brilliant run.
Well, if you want someone to galvanise a team, you got to do it this way through Caitlin Vahakolo. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, 5, 6. She just continues to keep going, does Vahakolo. The battle with her and Maya Stewart out wide has been immense, but she is definitely winning that one.
Oh, to me, she's been a real standout. Vahakolo, as you see some of the statistics, she is so strong.
Take the tunnel off,
Upper
step
body,
out.
she just bumps off defenders. She's going looking for work off her wing. You saw the lovely interplay that her and Marino Tauhuna had earlier in the game. She's had a fantastic game. Here's Vahakolo, the dual international.
Honey, Vahakolo was running like a winger who's been starved of the ball in the second half. She said, give that ball back to me, I'll show you what I can do. But here come the forward pack. Well, they get one back for their team as well. And what an impact from Valeko and Kaluna Vale.
Yeah, 100%. Look, just shows the depth that the Black Ferns have and the selection of these debutants coming on, making such a massive impact in terms of the international stage. And you can feel the dials just starting to turn a little bit in the Black Ferns' favour. And you can almost feel that there's a few more points left in them. They'll be wanting to get some points on the board in the second half for sure.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
5 tries in the first half. None scored in the second. It has been a really tight contest. Mikaela Tu'u gives it to Pohaya. Rosie Kelly from deep. Mata Ele.
She's going down.
Again, really good work by Wong just to chop her around the ankles. You don't want to give her acceleration. Neither do you want to give acceleration to this woman right here. No space for her. Demand. Again, just with the fake and then the ability to change to the other arm and put the other one out for her. Finn Jenkins. Jenkins with the footwork. And that'll make loose forwards around the world all proud. Brilliant footwork coming in from Lucy Jenkins. And she scores her first ever try in the black jersey.
Oh, how good. First try for the Black Ferns, and well deserved too. Lucy Jenkins, she's been busy defensively, hardly any ball in hand, but when she gets it, this is what she does. She finds that try line for the Black Ferns, Christina Sue.
Oh, and you see Wallaroos all drifting on defence. Saw Demand change the angle by straightening up. And Jenkins, man, she's been so deserving of the call-up to get the black jersey. And neat to see her dot down for her first try. Fantastic stuff.
Jenkins gets the first try in the second half after 37 minutes. You also got to go back to Vahakolo for putting them in that field position. Rosie Kelly off the tee as well, adds the extras. 38 points to 3, the Black Ferns. Two and a half minutes left to play in the Laurie O'Reilly Cup. Established in 2007, the Black Ferns already have their hands on it for this year. The Wallaroos will take plenty out of this second half. Defensively, much better than in the first. But here comes the Black Ferns through Vahakolo, but it's gone through the breadbasket and hit the deck. So you'd say a final opportunity here for Australia to really unleash their attacking weapons.
See them all creeping in for the scrum here.
Yep, Mark's right here.
And no doubt
Take this side, Jess.
the Wallaroos will want to close this game out and get some points on the board in terms of that try. They've got to get through the scrum first. There's been a real battle in this area throughout the 78 minutes.
Bind! Set!
Here go the Black Ferns again, dominant scrum. The impact from the bench has been immense when it comes to the full pack, and then the crispness of the passing in the back line. Mererangi Paul.
No, 21! 21! Thank you!
Here goes Amy Duplessis giving the chase. But Moleka does really well to get that ball back.
Counter's good!
Counter ruck is good as well. Lucy Jenkins has the hands on the ball. Less than a minute to play. They go quickly as well. Roos with the crossfield kick. Oh, almost paid off. That would have been brilliant. It's still with the Black Ferns though through Rosie Kelly. Maya Kawana Kalani Roos putting in the kick. That is impressive.
Well, how good is that? The Black Ferns giving this crowd a real treat in terms of all the attacking threats. They want to finish up this game with some excitement, and that's exactly what they're doing. You see here the skill set of Maya Kawanako Laniroos here doesn't quite go to hand.
Mark's right here.
But I just love the confidence in these young Black Ferns to really express themselves out there.
The hooter sounds here at FMG Stadium in Kirikiriroa.
Crouch!
There's a cheer from the crowd complimenting their Black Ferns. A rampant win here, 38 points to 3. Testament to a strong first half, and the scrum has been incredible. Lucy Jenkins thought she was in again, but it's a penalty. Ohio goes quickly. Can they finish with a bang? The Black Ferns. Duplessis gets the pass away. Paul has Mata Elliott on her inside on debut. Mata Elliott is going to put an exclamation mark on this Black Ferns win and scoring a try on debut. What a dream.
And that is the way you wrap up the Laurie O'Reilly Cup. On debut, Martha Matele, smile from ear to ear, well-deserved, kiss her wrist, and she thoroughly deserves that try. I mean, look at this, just the heads-up play, their ability to shift the ball so fast, so crisp. Mererangi ball has a crack on the outside, finds Martha Matele, and look at her get him for the last try of this match.
You might see it in the background, but the crowd went absolutely berserk. And you just see the little kids in there on the back there, just absolutely celebrating that try. We've certainly been entertained tonight, and credit to the Wallaroos who defended with so much heart and passion and desire. But the Black Ferns to score in their 82nd minute, it's a real statement, shows why they are the current world champions.
The conversion attempt is away. So after a first half blitz by the Black Ferns, They get the win, 43 points to 3 over the Wallaroos. They've secured the Laurie O'Reilly Cup. A clean sweep, 2 from 2, and a win over the Black Ferns still eludes Australia. Final score, 43 points to 3. Let's go get all the reaction now from the captains, and well, they'll be very, very proud captains in that, particularly Ruahei Demat, playing in her 30th game. But we've got the other co-captain, equally as great, Kennedy Simon. She is with Christina Sue.
Kennedy, what a fantastic effort to play at home. What did you make of that game?
Oh, it was very special to be at home, but I think the performance the girls put out there was physical, and you know, we're just trying to explore, be brave, try new things, and to get our debutantes get a couple of meat pies, I think they're pretty stoked.
Absolutely, and changes really early. Wasn't quite the scoreline that second half. Is that credit to the Wallaroos?
Yeah, I think so. You know, they've got, they're facing a lot of adversity at the moment, so for them to come out and just put on a good shift, you know, yeah, proud.
And what messages do you have for the fans at home and the people going into WXV?
Just thank you so much for supporting us. You know, to be at home, to have the black jersey in the Waikato in particular, it's just really special. Yesterday we got to drive past Ryman Health Care at the village, and it just brings it all back down to earth, you know. We play for a greater purpose, but to be able to take the win tonight is pretty special.
Well said, and all the best for WXV.
Thanks, Sui.
Well, the Black Ferns are now 16 international wins in a row. They haven't lost a game since France in 2021. Ever since Wayne Smith took over, they have been on an upward trajectory, but let's now head back down to Christina Sue, who has the Wallaroos captain, Michaela Leonard.
Michaela, look, a much better second half. You were down a player and obviously only let in 2 tries. You must be pleased with the second half effort?
Yeah, look, pleased to come out and keep them out a little bit better in the second half than we did the first. Still, obviously not the result we wanted, but it's a building process, and I think the shift in the mentality of the girls to get off the line and actually compete and be physical this week is a big step forward from the first Laurie O'Reilly game. So, impressed with the improvement, but still a long way to go, and we're going to keep building, especially coming into WXV.
Talk about that building process. What has the preparation been like?
Yeah, so we came into camp last week, had a good week this week reviewing, I guess, our systems from Canada, areas we needed to improve, and just building some of those combos again. Back home over to Australia for 2 weeks now, or 10 days before we head back for WXV, but going to keep training over that time, keep building those systems and make sure that we come out even better in the next couple of weeks.
All the best for the future games.
Thank you so much.
Well, Australia will go back to the drawing board. It was a rampant win, an emphatic win by the Black Ferns. They got the win here, 43 points to 3 over Australia in the Laurie O'Reilly Cup.